How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. Today, we're taking a look at how I was able to get almost 32,000 capital peak points from this last raid weekend by only attacking barbarian camps, two-shotting 3 different ones. So we're going to be using the air version of the graveyard spam strategy. A little bit new twist now that we have the level 5 maxed out free spells. We're going to be using one of those over a lot of air defenses that can target our balloons, as well as 2 graveyards. The idea is to clear a path to the backside of the base so that we can directly target some of these air bombs and hopefully get pretty close to the rocket artilleries as well. Now we're also going to have a bonus base at the end of the video, which is very, very exciting. It may be a new way to actually get more capital peak points. It's kind of luck dependent, but it's going to be really fun to watch. So highly encourage you to stick around till the end of the video and checking that out. But now that we have most of the setup done, we're going to be launching in the rocket balloons, trying to directly target as many air targeting defenses as possible. The goal, as always, in the first attack is to take out ideally 2 out of the 5 big splash targeting defenses. So hopefully you can get either 2 air bombs or 2 rocket artilleries or 1 air bomb, 1 rocket artillery. If you're able to do that and create pathing to the backside of the base to open up the deployment zone, and if you're able to get around like 30, 35, 40%, then you are doing very, very good. And then you'll know for sure if on the second hit, if you have less than like 7,000 points remaining, then you're in good shape. If you have over 7,000, you're going to have to be very, very careful. It might be a maxed out barbarian camp, so you have to be very strategic anyways, but when you start getting into the 7,500 point remainings or even 8,000 points remaining, probably not going to work out. So as long as you set up the base properly, as long as you place the freeze over a good spot in the base, and as long as you place the graveyards over some of these splash targeting defenses, should be in good standing. So here we are starting to look and see we have a very nice freeze spell that we got on the back side of the base. Even hit 2 of these Teslas. So now we finished off that rocket artillery, finished off the air bombs next to the district hall, and pretty much all that we have left is the spear thrower in the core of the base, Tesla, and like a 1 HP air defense. So all the defenses are down, so nothing left but the cleanup. And we get a very nice 6-star attack. Not 6-star. I'm used to saying 6 stars for the builder base content. We get a very nice 2-shot, 100% destruction victory. And we even are able to get a bonus of 396 points. So we're doing the same exact thing on the next barbarian camp. This one not quite maxed out. A maxed out barbarian camp, I believe, has a little over 11,000 points available at the start of the attack. This one has just under 10,000, so got some weaker level rock artilleries, weaker level spear throwers, and air bombs. But again, we're placing our graveyard spells over the splash targeting defenses. We've got our freeze spell on the back where we're covering 6 with the Tesla, 6 air targeting defenses. And here we're just trying to use a few ground troops to open up the walls and get it so that once we start destroying some of these defenses, we can open up the deployment zone. And we're looking pretty good. We've got some balloons on the rocket artillery, so we're going to take that one down. And then our goal is to try and take out both of these air bombs if possible. We've got the back end air bombs covered, and then we directly took out the rocket artillery on the front side of the base. So now when we are looking at the base, we can see there's only 1 air bombs remaining. So we have more than hit our goals for destroying the splash targeting defenses. So as long as we have a plan for this last air bombs, we should be good on the second hit. Now it's just a matter of trying to destroy as many of those air targeting defenses as possible, and then hopefully trying to get this barbarian to clear out a couple more trash buildings to increase the deployment zone. So yeah, as you can see on this second attack, we have under 6,000 points remaining, so it should be an absolute cakewalk. Get another freeze over the other air defense, air bombs, Tesla, and spear thrower. Very, very nice. So now we have some minions on the bottom side of the base, going to be clearing some of the trash buildings on the right hand side, so we can directly target some of the defenses on the right hand side of the base. And then we're mostly going to be focused on trying to push in from the left side of the base. Now that we have the deployment zone opened up top, we can directly target those air targeting defenses with rocket balloons. And the graveyard skeletons are doing a great job protecting our balloons as they slowly inch their way forward toward this air bombs. So I kind of forgot about this air bombs, not gonna lie, on the second attack. So it did get off some pretty devastating hits and took out quite a few balloons, unfortunately. So we won't get as many bonus points, but as we can see here, the last air defense goes down, and just that giant post will get very nice cleanup. Get a bonus of 294, so could have gotten a little bit more. But on to the next attack. Again, we're dropping the graveyards over the splash targeting defenses that we need to get distracted. This base, very, very strange. They have the exposed rock artillery, so we're just going to deploy 3 rocket balloons on that side, take it out. They have an exposed air bombs over here, so we're going to deploy 2 packs of balloons, potentially, to take it out. And then we're going to try and open up the deployment zone to take out this air bombs on the left-hand side. So, yeah, we just barely missed with the freeze spell, still trying to perfect its range, but we just barely didn't get the rapid rockets, and we just barely didn't get the rocket artillery. So I think if we moved it over to the right just slightly, it would have just barely clipped the air bombs, and then the larger diameter would have covered those other 2 defenses. So not optimal, but still pretty good because we got the air bombs covered. And then on the second hit, we can cover this rock artillery as well as the air defense and something else on that side of the base. So now when we take a look at our objectives, let's see, we've taken out 2 of the air bombs, 1 of the raw rocket artilleries, open up the deployment zones, and we have 38% of the base taken out. So very, very nice. Watch our last barbarian get killed. No worries. And again, we have 6,600 points remaining, so should be a fairly easy cleanup attack. You know, we freeze the rocket artillery, and we have the other 2 graveyards to kind of use wherever now that we don't have any air bombs or rocket artillery that we need to take out specifically. So now we're just going to be trying to focus on taking out these air defenses, spear throwers, try to sneak in some balloons on the back side of the base. The goal is to kind of spread out the balloons so that they don't all clump up and get hit directly by a rocket or an air bombs. Because those, they do deal some pretty big splash damage, especially if they're ranked up to level 5. Those maxed out rocket artilleries do a lot of damage. But yeah, as long as there's not like a back-end air bombs, back-end rocket artillery, or like a pair of back-end rapid rockets, you should be doing pretty good. You just have to keep in mind that the rocket balloons do move quite slowly, so as long as you have that deployment zone opened up, you are doing a fantastic job, and you should be able to 2-shot the barbarian camp pretty easily with air. So even got a bonus of 366, and now we are going to jump into a very crazy replay, which may be the new best way to attack and try and go for the maximum amount of points. So we're going in with the new strategy since the Goblin District or the Goblin Mines became available. We have unlocked the miners, and this week we got them up to level 4. So we have the max out freeze and the max out miners, and honestly, I believe this is the new best strategy to just spam on pretty much any base. You can very easily 2-shot any of the bases, except for it does have issues with barbarian camps. It does have issues with the Capital Peak, obviously, and that has issues with the Skeleton Park sometimes. Their biggest threats are these bomb towers, and of course the blast bows, rock artillery, giant cannons, anything that can lock onto them long enough and splash can do a lot of damage. However, you might be thinking, or you might have seen already, like these miners, they're just 10 ground miners going against a Dragon's Cliffs where there are 5 or 6 super dragons that they cannot be killed. But if you've been watching this replay, you can see that as these super dragons are trying to get to the miners, when they go underground, the dragons stop moving. So it creates that distance, so like these dragons are never going to get close enough to the miners ever again. And as long as you have usually 5 or more miners in a pack, they're going to pretty much instantly destroy the building that they're targeting, go underground, and go on to the next building. So what's also nice is if you can sort of understand the pathing that your miners are going to take, you can get these super dragons to fly into the freeze spells, and then once they're in a freeze spell, super dragons can't do anything. So now that we don't have so many miners grouped up together, we are going to lose a couple since we're going to be getting clipped by those breath abilities from the dragons. Get a nice split. We have a couple miners going down south. And guys, as you can see, we are clearing over 7,000 points in one attack. Like, there is not a whole lot of base left, so this is almost the standard, or it might have been the default layout, I'm not sure, but yeah, I highly encourage you guys to upgrade your miners, because as we can see here, we've got a couple miners remaining. One gets clipped. Oh, another one gets clipped. Blows up, and our last miner gets hit by the zap trap, clears the last building, and we had a 0 bonus points, but we got 9,000 points from one attack. Just absolutely insane. You do that 6 times, that's what, 54,000 points in one raid weekend, which is insane. So wanted to show you guys that. Very fun attack, very excited. I might be trying to do more of it this next weekend, now that I know that it is possible. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps me out a bunch. There's a couple more videos on the screen if you want to keep on watching. Until next time, take care.